So this is the question, okay, and we're gonna be following the steps that we did. So the first step was opening accumulated fund. Although you'll only calculate it if you are required or if you have to prepare a statement of financial position, but since we are doing this question as a practice, तो हम इसको देख लेते हैं. Okay, these were the opening balances. These are the closing balances, right? ठीक है जी. Opening and closing balances में हम देख लेते हैं हमारे पास क्या क्या. Shop inventory is an asset. Insurance prepaid, it is expense prepaid. This is also an asset. Subscription accrued. Subscription accrued means subscriptions due to be received, okay, which is also an asset. और कह रहा है 1st October को the club ordered an equipment of 4400. This is also an asset. ठीक है. और do not forget the opening bank balance. Opening bank balance तो आपका ये negative था. This was a liability. ठीक है. ठीक है जी. Opening assets minus opening liabilities is opening accumulated fund. ठीक है. Opening assets में shop inventory 270. उसके बाद इंश्योरेंस प्रीपेड 190. उसके बाद सब्सक्रिप्शन अक्रूड 450. उसके बाद इक्विपमेंट 4400. और उसके बाद लायबिलिटी में बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट 2840. So the total value of assets would be 270 plus 180, 480, 480 and 450 is 930. 930 is 5330 minus liabilities of 2840. So opening accumulated fund would be how much? How much would be the opening accumulated fund? 5330 minus 2840. Can I have a value?
Sir, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Okay. This was step number 1. Step number 2 was preparing a
Sir, 2490.
2490. Step number 2 was preparing a subscription account, which is prepared using OPPO, owings, prepaid, owings, prepaid के नीचे बैंक या charge to income and expenditure account. ठीक है. Now within subscriptions, if you could see, this is for opening and closing balance for subscriptions. ठीक है. तो अगर मैं देखूं, subscription accrued was at the start of the year. That means subscription accrued was there, 450. Accrued owings, prepaid and advance, same thing. ठीक है. तो closings owings नहीं था. Prepaid में opening prepaid नहीं है, closing prepaid है 360. During the year, बैंक की वैल्यू मुझे कहाँ से मिलेगी? सब्सक्रिप्शन की receipt and payment account से, which is 3060. The charge to income statement will be, this will be 3060. इसी 3060 को यहाँ रख के इसमें से माइनस करूंगा, तो I'll have these missing values, which would be क्या आएगी जी? 3060 minus 810, so 2250 will be subscription income. ओके, इसके बाद स्टेप नंबर 2 हो गया ये। उसके बाद स्टेप नंबर 3 क्या था? लेट्स लुक एट स्टेप नंबर 3। Calculate, prepare any expense account with arrears and owings of prepaid or advance. ठीक है, any expense that has arrears, owing, prepaid or advance, we need to calculate. You need to prepare the expense account. ठीक है जी। There were 2 accounts. One is insurance, one is general expenses. ठीक है, insurance, general expenses. Expense account is prepared using POOP, which is prepaid, owing, prepaid, prepaid, owing, prepaid. Prepaid के नीचे बैंक या charge to income and expenditure account. Prepaid के नीचे बैंक या charge to income and expenditure account. ठीक है। Now insurance, it was a prepaid. Insurance में opening prepaid was 190, closing prepaid was 200. तो इसमें owings कुछ भी नहीं था। ठीक है। During the year insurance paid was 800 from the payment account, तो ये calculate हो जाएगा। This is 990. 990 minus 200 is 790. ठीक है। जनरल एक्सपेंसेस में accrued था, वो भी closing accrued था। Closing going 26, opening prepaid, closing prepaid, closing opening accrual कुछ भी नहीं था। General expenses paid from the bank was 230. ये रहा general expenses paid from the bank. So charge to income and expenditure account will be 256. 256, 256. ठीक है। This was step number 3. चलो जी, थर्ड स्टेप भी हो गया। Let's look at step number 4. Calculate depreciation of non-current assets. अच्छा, यहाँ इस क्वेश्चन में particularly depreciation का rate given है, तो we don't have to use the revaluation method. So depreciation is club के equipment पे, equipment is 4400, depreciation is 20%, so 880 is your depreciation expense. ठीक है, simply depreciation इस तरह आ गया। Otherwise, if you have opening and closing values, तो हम उसको revaluation method use करते हैं। ये गलती की हमने। हाँ, we had also purchased equipment. ठीक है, this was the value of equipment held at the start of the year. This is the value of equipment that we have purchased during the year. ठीक है, तो हम इसमें ये भी कर सकते हैं कि this was old, तो equipment new purchase was 1500, depreciation is 20%, which is 300. ठीक है, this was new, so total depreciation 800 plus 300, 880 plus 300 is 1180. Now, since there was a payment there was payment for equipment, that means equipment is being purchased. So this said that the opening equipment was 4400, but you further purchase an equipment of 1500 over here. So that's how you go about it. Total decision आ गया. So step number 4. Step number 5. Refreshment trading account, लेकिन उससे पहले हमें क्या देखना है? Purchases calculate करनी पड़ेंगे using PLC. But इसकी condition क्या है? Condition is if opening and closing payables of creditors purchases are given. That's the condition. Now we'll see within the question if the opening and closing payables are given. Yes, trade payables for shop supplies are given. So number 5, PLCA, purchase ledger control account, opening payable, closing payable, purchases, this is what you have to calculate. Payment to supplier will be given in the payment side, right? तो इसमें trade payables for shop opening नहीं है, closing है, ठीक है जी. Closing is 340, opening कुछ भी नहीं है. Purchases for shop supplies was 3150, 3150. So the total purchases will be 9043,490. So 3490. This is also 3490. So that's the total purchases for the shop. All right. Then you have to calculate refreshment, prepare refreshment trading account. It's not a refreshment trading account, it's a shop trading account. It's the shop trading account. 2 columns. Sale of equipment. Sales की होंगे, पैसे आए होंगे. Receipts from shop sales 5492. 549,492 less cost of sales. उसमें opening inventory for shop supplies, shop inventory 270 and 310. Opening inventory 270 less closing inventory of 310 plus purchases, the one we had calculated using PLCA 3490. ठीक है, so this would be 3450. So this would be gross profit 42,02042 less. Now expenses that relates to shop. सबसे पहले wages दिए हुए थे shop assistant की, ठीक है, तो wages ले लेंगे. Wages for shop assistant and the amount was 480, and there was an adjustment. 1/4 of rent relates to shop, so the value of rent is 2600. ठीक है, rent 2600 का 1/4 relates to shop, so this would be 650. So this would be 031030 minus करेंगे तो 1201012 is profit from shop. And finally you have to prepare the income and expenditure account. So I quickly went through this question just for you to have an idea of how it is done in income in the club accounts. How do you follow? How do you actually follow all the steps? Because it's very important to follow all the steps. All right.